Good afternoon and welcome back to another ironic introduction to another video. Today I'm actually recording over my previous video. I made the mistake of recording without audio. It looks like my mic just wasn't picking it up, so thank you to those of you who commented. But that said, I am going to review the compensation, and I do have a 5 and 6 star crystal opening here. The 5 star is the Nexus crystal, of course. So first review point is the shards and the Nexus 5-star crystal. This is actually a really solid amount of 6-star shards, and it's about what I was hoping for / expecting. I know a lot of people really rally behind a full 6-star crystal. I just personally didn't think it was reasonable, just because typically these kinds of things have to hit a very broad range of players, and there's also the concept of precedence, as well as just overall valuing of 6 stars, and I don't think we're at a point where Kabam values 6 stars as much as we do. You know what I'm saying? What they give to players is less than what players value at. Overall, there's an inflated sense of value from the player perspective, which is totally fine. It's super awesome. But as a result, I wasn't expecting Kabam to reach anywhere near a full 6-star. So half of one is actually really solid. But that also means, precedence-wise, that the next time we run into these kind of long-winded stability issues, you can bet people are definitely going to be asking for even more. That's why we do have even more here. That's kind of a common trait there, essentially as the game progresses, as inflation happens in in-game resources, when there's some kind of compensation being sent out, people expect more. That's just natural precedence. So in that regard, I also fully expected, you want to incrementally increase those compensations as much as possible to keep the player base happy, but also as little as possible to prevent any kind of obscene or overgross inflation and devaluation of in-game resources. Because as awesome as these are, it is important to remember that free stuff makes earned stuff less valuable. That's just a natural part of any kind of gacha game. So I do love it. Just kind of keep that in the back of your mind as an important caveat for maybe why we didn't get a full 6-star and why this isn't 2 Nexus crystals, etc, etc. But as far as shards go, I think this is a really reasonable amount. As far as revives and potions, this is actually less than I would have wanted. I actually would rally behind closer to 5 level 2 team revives and closer to probably 7 or 8 level 4 Alliance Quest potions, and then I don't feel like we needed as much in War. The fact that they did split it is actually an overall better value for higher end pushing players, where these War potions and War revives actually come into play a lot more. So that's really nice. There is a lot of really good mixed value here, and I think it's better to shotgun blast hit as many players as possible. And I will make the point that they did give a 5,000 chunk of glory. So for those of us who would rather have resources like revives and potions and stuff, that is accessible, and people who'd rather have tier 2 alpha, tier 5 basic, tier 4 class catalysts, etc, also have that option as well. So I think that's really balanced. So between this and the 5,000 chunk of glory, I actually think they did really good in regards to Alliance quests, etc. And then they gave out these 6 boosts plus 2 30% champion boosts, which is really nice, especially since those are pretty much only accessible by whales and pay to play. And these are essentially the 6 best boosts. So this is a 3-hit invulnerability boost, you've got a combat regeneration boost, and then a power start 1 boost. And in my opinion, those are 3 of the best boosts to use in Alliance War. So those are really good ones to send out. And then these 2 random boost crystals. So as far as Alliance's content is concerned, I'm actually really satisfied. Which brings me probably to my only complaint, and that is in the form of the generic compensation, and that is that I don't like these 5 level 2 revives. 15 level 5 health potions is amazing. That is actually 5 more than I was asking for, and I think is really awesome, especially since I was actually expecting level 4 potions. So level 5 potions there is really good. It's the level 2 revives that I kind of have an issue with. They're really valuable. It's awesome. It's essentially 200 units, yada. I just would have rather had level 3 revives. For me, it's not even the concept that they're 20% stronger. I don't really care about the additional health that much. I care more about the fact that they're on their own stock limit. And this actually doesn't affect me. I've got 2 level 2 revives. But for the people who hoard revives, this is significantly less valuable. So that's all. I just would have liked to see the level 3 revives instead, especially since they're very rare and less common, but still 5 revives is the quantity of revives I was looking for, just a step up. And then 5 energy refills, I would have liked to see closer to 7 or 8. I know it's not like a nice round number. People have this issue where they either want an even number or they want an odd number of a variable of 5. It's like a psychological thing, totally understandable. I still think it would have been nice if this was like 7, just because I feel like the amount of time the game was down for was around 2.5 days or so, plus like over a week of like ongoing issues where we had like hit or miss problems, and that is definitely 6 energy refills just on the 2 days of like actual like raw downtime that really sucked, where there were a lot of issues, plus like the extra energy that could have been consumed over the course of like the next 3 to 5 days where I know a lot of people were having issues. I just think 7 is a better number, but that's a really small complaint given, you know, the breadth of the rest of the compensation. I'm surprised to see 250,000 gold here. That's actually really nice. And then I don't know how relevant this quantity of loyalty is. It looks nice, but I don't pay attention to loyalty, so I'll have to leave that to other people to inform me. So yeah, overall, I'd say too long. Maybe you skip straight to this point. Compensation was pretty good. I do open up a 6-star crystal here and the 5-star Nexus crystal. So I'm going to pop open this 6-star, spin it out. I already know what it is. I apologize. You don't get my full like face here, but spinning it out, and essentially this whole time I'm just like kabam. At any point could give me ghost, and that's what I'm really itching for, is that just insane 6-star ghost pull, so I can awaken her with my tech gem and then just be a happy camper. So I'm like, show me the money. They flashed Claire already, they flashed Stealth Suit and Claire here, which was dirty, and then they gave me Spider-Man. Rough. No one likes to see that. Well, maybe not no one, but I did not like to see that. The only compensation I have, or consolation I have for myself, is that he's good in arena, right? Like, especially when he's unawakened, he doesn't evade super annoyingly much, so he's actually relatively easy to use as an attacker. He hits pretty hard, so that's nice. I move on to this 5-star Nexus crystal here, and I spin this out, and it actually gives me 3 choices. I immediately know what I want: Ronin, Morningstar, and the Hood. Of course I choose Morningstar. Why would I choose extra sig abilities on the other 2? I already have them awakened. I don't need the extra sigs. Morningstar is a great pull, and it's actually really weird. Normally I don't hype Morningstar. She's amazing, she's got so much value, she's really good as a champion, but to me her biggest selling point is incursions, and normally I don't have a reason to like hype incursions. It's not really my thing, but if there's a potential for incursions being a competitive thing within the community, I'm all for it. Like, and Morningstar is definitely a key component of what I think is critical teams there. I think she's by far one of the best options for incursions. And I might even be throwing a generic awakening gem at her. And I don't advise doing that for anyone else, but I got 2. And I kind of need her awakened for incursions. I don't know. We'll see. Rank-up process will be slow. Let me know what you all think about compensation. Again, thank you to everybody who commented and let me know there were audio issues. This one should be fine. I double-checked before. And yeah, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.